Hey, hello, Little Farm Quilts. We are starting our second week on the road, right? Yes?
Yep.
We just spent 5 days in Hamilton, Missouri. We spent a couple days kind of trying to sightsee. We went to see Missouri Star Quilt Company. We went to Liberty and visited Quilting is My Therapy, where Angela Walters works, in her shop. I bought some of her fabric line. I bought some stuff at Missouri Star. I bought some stuff at a yarn shop. You know, been shopping. And then Matt spent 3 days working, right? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Yeah.
That
worked good.
It worked out well?
Yeah, very good.
Yep, so our Cat router?
Cat 6.
Cat 6 router is working great. Today we are on Route 13 headed to Branson, Missouri. And we thought we'd come on and film a little video talking about what we like, what's going well, what maybe isn't going well, and being our first long RV trip. So, Matt, do you want to start? What's going well for you?
It's pretty normal, as far as work and stuff. So if anybody is ever thinking of getting on the road and doing some road trips and trying to work from home, whatever, there's a company called mobilemustHave.com. Very good company. They sold us that's where we got our router, our Cat 6 router, as well as the rooftop antenna, which I installed all on my own. And yeah, great products. In fact, being on the road, and I do a lot of interaction with customers via chat function, Teams type functions, and worked really good. Yeah, for the most part, nobody could tell the difference, I don't think at all, that I was basically in Missouri instead of Elmira, New York.
Nice.
So, really cool.
So if you have any questions about any of that, you can pop them in the comments below, and we will be happy to at least tell you what we know. We are by far from experts on the subject, but we have learned a lot on the way. So what things do you think aren't going well for you?
I want a diesel truck.
So we've been having this debate over the last week. We've kind of taken a week to settle into the RV lifestyle, right, for the month-long trip. Our camper's serving very well, even though we have e-bikes stuffed in there that we probably shouldn't have brought because of the dog situation. But anyway, the camper's working quite well. We've had no issues with the camper. We had brought our Google TV from home, and we installed that in the camper when we got to Hamilton, so that worked out well. But, you sit in an RV park for 5 days and you start seeing what everybody else has, and that's one of the dangers, right, is that you start to want other things. Our setup works well for us right now, and there's a debate, diesel's more expensive than gasoline, but it gets better gas mileage.
I say we get right now between 7 and 9 miles per gallon.
Yeah.
And we have a 3/4 ton Chevy truck with a 6-liter engine, V8 engine in it.
Yep.
And when you get into hills and stuff, it's always downshifting and upshifting, and it's constantly changing gears, whereas a diesel wouldn't do that. Which brings me to another very important thing to point out, and this is something that many RVers will tell you. You always want more truck than camper. So, for instance, we have it's a 26.5 is what the model number is. So it's about a 30-foot fifth wheel, and it's considered, by the definition, it's called a Jayco Eagle HT half-ton. This is a half-ton towable by their definition. I can assure you, you do not want to tow this camper with a half-ton truck. I'm doing with a 3/4 ton Chevy pickup, and I still think it would be much better if I had a diesel in front. So, just a heads up, when it comes to campers, if you are going to decide to go out camping, you definitely want more truck than camper at all times. That's my shtick.
So that's his shtick. So let's see, what's going well for me? Well, I think the whole thing's going well. It's a learning experience.
Stitching lots.
I'm stitching lots. Oops, sorry. Fingering camera. Sorry for bouncing camera too. So if you get a little motion sick, you might not want to watch this video.
Turn video off, just listen to audio.
Yeah, just listen to the audio. I think it's going well. I've been looking forward to this trip for a long time. I think I've kind of pushed Matt into it a little bit, and it's been re-engineered a couple times. Originally we were going out to Yellowstone and Grand Tetons. Then when Yellowstone had its flooding and they started limiting the people into the park, we decided to change course and do that another time. And then we were going to do the Missouri, Tennessee, Kentucky kind of thing.
Memphis, Tennessee.
Yep, and we have switched courses again, which is the cool thing about RV life, and also a little bit frustrating at the same time. The cool thing is you're flexible and you can change plans. The uncool thing about that is sometimes changing plans isn't as easy as you think it is, because you have to find places to park the RV.
Yeah.
Thankfully, we're Harvest Host members, so that worked out, and Matt has magic fingers. I had been looking for a place for us to cop a squat for a few days so he could work, and couldn't find anything that wasn't what I would classify as ungodly expensive for us to sit in the camper and for you to work, right? $75 a night or something like that. He got on last night and found us a place. So we've changed course a little bit. We're going to do Route 66 out of Branson. We're going to go Branson to St. Louis, and then Route 66 up towards the Chicago area, and then we're going to head back into New York, which puts us back into New York about a week earlier than originally planned. However, some of the RVers that we follow are going to be in Buffalo, Grand Island, New York, for the weekend of July 23rd, and we have booked a campsite to be with them that weekend, and hopefully we'll be able to meet them and
GratefulGlampers.com.
Yep, Grateful Glampers, and we're gonna meet them and have dinner. So I think going well for me is that I finished my last week of my master's classes yesterday, officially, and I'm done with college for at least a month and a half, so I'm happy about that. I'm stitching a lot while he works and dealing with the dogs and all that, and it's great. And I really have no negatives right now. I told him the one thing that I really, really hate about our camper is making our bed. Making our bed is a small exercise in calisthenics, and it is just, and I'm sure people can relate to that have been camping, because it's crazy to make the bed. I don't know why. But the place we stayed in Hamilton, although it wasn't high on amenities, it had a nice laundry setup and it had nice bathrooms and showers. So, although we didn't use them much, I did use it the day it was wash hair day. And when I wanted to shave my legs and not cut myself, because the last time I tried to shave in our camper, I cut my leg pretty good. But it's okay. It's all good. So we're excited for today. Today's a new adventure. We are parking in Branson for a long weekend. We are excited to see Branson, and there's lots of activities. What do you think you're looking forward to the most in Branson?
People.
Yes. So Hamilton was really isolated, and we are very much people.
If you've
Does
ever
that make
listened
sense?
to country music and they sing about the country, the little tiny town with the dust flowing across the road that has one stoplight, that's Hamilton, Missouri. Other than the Missouri Star Quill Company, which I think Jenny probably owns the whole town.
Probably close.
She has basically restored the whole town, and it's nice.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
But it's teeny.
It's tiny.
They don't even have a real stoplight. It's a blinking red light. So.
Yep. So we're looking forward to Branson, and we'll record more then. If you want to know what I'm stitching on, you should follow me at Little Farm Quilts over on Instagram. I will do a whip parade and floss tube upon our return into New York. But other than that, we'll just give you some of these RV updates. And if you have any questions, pop them in the comments below, and we'd be happy to answer anything you'd like, as long as we know. Have anything else you want to say?
Gas is way cheaper in Missouri.
It is way cheaper. It's at, we're passing a gas station right now. It's $4.35 a gallon.
Yeah, it was $4.98 in New York when we left.
It was. All right, y'all. Take care,
See ya.
and we'll see you soon. Bye.